Childhood cancer is certainly devastating. Just ask Brooklyn Veit. The Robbinsdale girl battled and eventually beat cancer, and now she's doing her part to give back to kids just like her.
The slide, it's really fun. In the swing, I get to go really high, and it's really fun.
Brooklyn Veit is almost 6 years old, and like most kids, she loves to play. But things haven't always been easy for her.
Before she was diagnosed, she was just very tired. She was super lethargic, wanting to sleep, day and night, which is really unusual for a 2-year-old. And then her legs just started hurting, and she was very listless. Like, she wouldn't respond. She was kind of just dull and not her spunky 2-year-old self.
At just 2.5 years old, Brooklyn was diagnosed with leukemia. The next 2.5 years of her life were spent fighting the disease.
At the time, you just buckle up and get in and go. You can't change it without doing whatever you're supposed to be doing to get rid of the cancer.
While Brooklyn's form of cancer didn't require any radiation, the treatment was very hard on her body, and the medicine wasn't exactly easy for a child to take.
It tastes really weird, but it still helps, but it's weird.
But last year, Brooklyn took her last round of treatment.
I will always be like, she made it, she's doing this, and be so happy and proud for her that she gets to just experience those milestones, because not everybody gets to, and we've seen other kids on the other side, and you feel a little bit of guilt, honestly, coming out on this side and being able to watch our kid do this.
Now, Brooklyn and her family are doing their part to give back to organizations like the Great Cycle Challenge, which helps raise money for child cancer research.
Knowing how hard it was and difficult for Brooklyn to go through treatment, if there's a way to raise money and awareness that will help future kids go through less toxic and easier treatments, we're all for it.
And while Brooklyn is still working to ride her bike without training wheels, she plans to ride to make a difference. For more information on the Great Cycle Challenge, head to our website, ccxmedia.org. The New Hope Planning Commission is recommending approval of a unique business expansion that would grow jobs but also requires significant construction. Automotive Concepts wants to expand its customer car business and in the industrial area of southeast New Hope. The expansion could create as many as 35 new jobs, but to make it happen, it will require a large amount of soil removal. The land is very hilly, and the business would need to remove 15 feet of elevation. The project would also require the demolition of a vacant single-family home. The property formerly owned by Ray Kometz. He was the man involved in the 2015 New Hope City Hall incident. Because of the amount of redevelopment involved, the business is asking the city for tax increment finance assistance. The Robbinsdale restaurant scene will soon get a new addition. The site of the former Lodge restaurant location has new owners and a new name. That location will become Smokin Saloon. Its menu will have barbecue, wings, and burgers, and you won't have to wait long to try it out. The owners say the opening date will be in about 3 weeks. Hot weather is here, and that means it's time for a CCX summer staple known as backyard getaways. Reporter Eric Nelson and photographer Dustin Scholl found a couple cool places that are popular summer escapes.
Welcome to another year of backyard getaways. And since we live in the land of sky blue waters, we thought we would go to the beach. And here in the northwest suburbs, we discovered a couple of gems. Our first stop was Elm Creek Park Reserve in Maple Grove.
We would love to see everybody out here. It's a great gathering spot for families. Come out and enjoy the sun.
Easy access for the little ones. We enjoy just, finding a spot under the umbrella and spending most of the day here. We pack a lunch usually.
Elm Creek is a hybrid. It's part lake and part pool.
Our swim pond is chlorinated and filtered.
The beach is immaculate. The sand is groomed every night, and the water is clean.
There's not all the icky stuff at the bottom of the water, and yeah, the girls love it, so it's great.
Lifeguards do monitor the beach for any hazards or any debris or glass or hazards in the sand or water.
Another plus for Elm Creek is the cost factor. It's affordable.
That's $5 per person for the day, or else $18 per person for the season.
Elm Creek also focuses on safety. the skies are angry and storms are brewing, beachgoers get ample warning.
We do have lifeguards here that are always monitoring the weather. As a supervisor here too, we always check radar and kind of know what the plan will be for the day.
Boil it all down, and Elm Creek is a go-to beach.
This is probably our favorite one. Definitely 10 out of 10, I would say.
The next cool spot we visited was West Medicine Lake Park.
It's beautiful and the water is great.
Located in the heart of Hennepin County, this park is the ideal escape from the nearby hustle and bustle.
We're kind of new to Minnesota, and we were so surprised that when we moved to the land of winter that there were so many great beaches around.
I think that my favorite part is making sandcastles and, like swimming.
West Medicine is a slice of tranquility with a family-friendly vibe.
They can play for hours, never getting bored. It's fantastic.
This week was a peak week for purple. Blue violets, bee bombs, and other purple flowers are abundant and in bloom. We leave you with the sights near Medicine Lake in Plymouth.
Section championships were up for grabs for several local lacrosse teams this week. The Maple Grove girls faced Buffalo in the Section 8 championship. Tristana Tater lines it up and scores from the free position for the Crimson. Her second straight goal makes it 2-1. Buffalo comes back with the last two of the first half, though. Emma Carlson gets them both, and it's 6-6 at halftime. It's a great game all night. Tater scoops the ground ball in front and scores to make it 8-7 Crimson. She gets 3 goals on the night. Tater gets an assist as she sets up Emily Herdine for an insurance goal. Maple Grove holds on for a 9-8 win over Buffalo. They are headed back to the state tournament. Meanwhile, the Wayzata boys face St. Michael-Albertville for the Section 8 title. Wayzata's down 3-2 after 3, but it's Luke Marquardt to Tommy Seaford, and the Trojans tie it 3-3 in the fourth. They build momentum from there. A nice run by Andrew Solly, and he sets up Seaford for the go-ahead goal. It's 4-3 Wayzata. And they get a couple more. Marquardt to Braden Nelson, and he shoots and scores. Wayzata's going back to state with a 6-4 win over STMA. The Benilde boys also won a section title in Section 5. After opening the section playoffs with a loss, the Osseo baseball team made a great run through the losers bracket in Section 5 4A. The Orioles were at home against Totino-Grace earlier this week in an elimination game. Osseo is the visitor. Noah Thompson slaps a base hit to right to score Wyatt Doubler in the top of the second. That evens the game up at 1-1. In the third, Walker Hultgren hits a towering drive down the line and right, and it drops in. Jake Contreras and Doubler score on a triple for Hultgren. Osseo goes up in this one 4-1. Same inning, and Thompson will dump an RBI single into left center to score Hultgren, and Osseo leads at 5-1 through 3 innings of play. In the bottom of the fourth, Totino-Grace does come back as Carter McLaughlin knocks one through the right side for a hit to score a run. The Eagles get back to within 5-3 through 4. Each team scores once more, and a great defensive play by right fielder Miles Hawthorne helps to win it for the Orioles 6-4. They then beat Champlain Park, but lost to Mounds View 5-0 in the section final. The State Boys Tennis Tournament started with team competition. 5th seed Wayzata met 4th seed Orono in the Class AA quarterfinals. At number 1 doubles, a great return of serve by Wayzata's Will Dieters as he and Michael Deal beat Emmett Halloran and Benjamin Bisson of Orono 6-4, 6-4. At second doubles, Wayzata's Jado Hong and Sanjit Shah are in the far court. Shaw puts away a volley winner as the Trojans team beats Matthias Mali and Hugh Perrell. At number 1 singles, John Foley of Wayzata in the far court. He gets to the ball in the corner and fires a perfect return on his way to a hard-fought win over Karthik Papasetti. But Orono wins the rest of the singles matches. John Kasner of Orono's in the near court against Colin Badoon, and Kasner rolls to a win. Orono takes the match 4-3. The Trojans did win their next two to take the consolation title. A longtime coach in the adapted sports program in District 279 is retiring. Kelli Waalk, who coached the Osseo Park Center Maple Grove CI Division program for 25 years as an assistant and head coach, coached her last games last weekend as Osseo placed 4th in the state tournament. It's been a great run for Waalk, who retired as a teacher last year, and this was a memorable final season.
It's been an amazing run with the kids, 25 years of coaching, 72 state tournaments. I couldn't have asked for anything better than that. We had a really great season. We started with 7 kids who had never played softball before, hoping to be a 500 team and to win on Friday night and come in today into the winners bracket. It was a great tournament. The camaraderie with the kids and the coaches and the other teams, you know, I'll still be around watching, but I won't have the stress of having to do lineups. And
congratulations to Kelli, and thanks for all of your help throughout the years. That's all for sports.